and because of React.js, of course, because of React.js and all other things, all other nice things which comes with it. Okay, so hello all. So hello all. Okay, hello all. So hope you're all able to. Okay, if I'm live, are you all able to see me? Okay, one sec. You are not able to see. Are you all able to see me? Okay, maybe you are all able to see me. Okay, so that is good. Okay, so today is a day 2 of JavaScript. Okay, so day 2 of JavaScript, and let's get started. Okay, so first let me share my screen. Let us start. So we are going to look into loops today. And hope you all have seen yesterday's thing. So loop, what are loops? So loops are there in JavaScript just like in any other programming language. Loops are here also. So the traditional for loop is there in JavaScript also. So traditional for loop, let us write about the traditional for loop loops. And so the traditional for loop is like for let I equal to 0, I is less than equal to 10, and I plus plus. Okay, I plus plus. So hopefully all of you, some of you who are from computer science background, they might have seen this thing. This is known as traditional for loop. This is there in every programming language since COBOL. It is there. So C++ also it is like that. Although instead of let, we have something like maybe integer in C++ or C int is there. So everything else is like same only. Okay, so like this I'll do, and then console.log of, okay, loop number is like dollar I'll do. Okay, and then I will run it and see all these things is coming. So main thing is that how it runs. Maybe you know, maybe you don't know. So I want to tell you because I have learned this in a very good way in my, it's actually in my school days. So my computer science teacher taught me during C++, and that I remember. So you remember a lot of things. Okay, so that is there for let I equal to 0, I is less than equal to 10, I plus plus. Okay, so that is there. Why, how it runs? So the first time when it runs, what happens is let I equal to 0, initialization will be done. So see it closely. Let I equal to 0, initialization will be done. It will come inside it, and then it will check this. A loop will always run till the condition is true. It will only run till the condition is true, or else it doesn't run. So till this condition is true, it will run. So I equal to 0, then it will say see I is less than equal to 10, means 0 is less than equal to 10. Yes, it is true. So it will, after this, so it will come like this. After this it will do this, then it will go down, and loop number 0 is printed. Then the second time when it comes up, it will come up here, I plus plus, come up from the right hand side, I plus plus, and I plus plus is a short form of I equal to I plus 1. So I equal to I plus 1 it have done. So I equal to I plus 1 it have done. So what will happen? I equal to I plus 1 it have done. So it will become 1. So it will become 1. So now it will check 1 is less than equal to 10. Is 1 is less than equal to 10? Yes, it is true. 1 is less than equal to 10. Then it will come down. And it will print the 1. So one thing to note here is that, okay, first time it will go like this, okay, and then go down. From the next time it will go like this, and then it will go down till it is over. It will go like this, this looks like this. It will print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 it will print. Okay, so 10 it is printing. So 10 is less than equal to 10. Yes, 10 is not less than 10, but 10 is equal to 10. It is true. It will print it. Then it will again go up, and it will make it 11. 11 is less than equal to 10. No, it is not true. It will come, it will break out of the loop. So it will break out of the loop. So that is how it works. It will break out of the loop. So the main thing is that breaking out of the loop. So this for loop is there, like that it will run for loop. Okay, so this is a traditional for loop. Then we will look into the while loop. But one thing I will tell you, people uses for loop more than while loop, but while loop is much more easier to understand. Okay, that thing you should know. While loop is much more easier to understand, but people uses for loop for a reason. I will tell that reason also. So we can convert this for loop into while loop also. Again, while loop is from the beginning of time, so it is from the beginning of COBOL. Okay, so that is there. And now I will do it like this, and then let I equal to 0. So the same loop actually I am converting here. So here see the initialization is outside, so means I have not written the loop. Let I equal to 0 I am doing. Then while I is less than equal to 10, and same thing, okay, same thing is there, and I plus plus I'll do. Okay, so I plus plus I've done. So see, now what happened, the same thing I have converted into a while loops, and it is much more easier to understand, because just like other programming language, JavaScript also run from the top to down, from top to down it will run. So I is less than equal to, I equal to 0, it will do, then it will never go up. Okay, I equal to 0 to do, then 0 is less than equal to 10, yeah, it is 10, so it is true, it will print the 0, I plus plus I equal to I plus 1 it will do, then it will print the come up, and 1 is less than equal to 10, yes, it is true, then it will come down and do all those things till 11 it will do, and it will print it, or it will print it. So that is like why the while loop is run. So but why the while loop is not preferred over for loop, that is the question, why the while loop is not preferred. And while loop is much more easier to understand, this I have to explain all those things. Okay, but it is not preferred, there is a reason behind that. Okay, there is a reason. The reason is that developers sometimes become like their mind goes blank sometime. Okay, so that happens with all the developers. So sometimes what happens, they might forget this I plus plus, they might forget this I plus, and that happens a lot, they might forget this I plus plus. Okay, here you cannot forget the I plus plus, because that is a part of the syntax. This is known as the syntax of while loop, you will never going to forget the I plus plus. But here suppose there is a very big while loop with 10-15 statement, and a developer forgot to do the I plus plus. Now what will happen, now you'll see the magic. Okay, I think I've got to refresh it, and now see. Okay, see now what is happening, if you're seeing the system is actually going up and down, going up and down, going up and down. What does that mean? What does that mean? Actually it has entered an infinite loop, it has entered something known as an infinite loop. This is what is happening here. I equal to 0 is done, 0 is less than equal to 10, then it is printing 0, then there is no increment, it is again checking 0 is less than equal to 10, 0 is less than equal to 10, it is printing 0. This is known as infinite loop, very dangerous thing in a computer science terminology, very dangerous thing in a program, because it is, if it is there in a program, it will break all those things. My browser will break down, actually my browser will break down, after some time it will run out of memory, browser will crash. So this is known as an infinite loop. This can happen because a developer might forget the I plus plus while using the while loop. So that's why developer most of the time developer don't touch the while loop, they work with for loop. So, and there are ways of for loop. See, nowadays nobody works with the pure for loop, there's something known as for each, which is very popular in JavaScript. For each, most of the developers uses for each only. Okay, so let me again make it to I plus plus, or my system will hang actually, my browser will hang actually. Okay, let it and run it. Okay, now it is okay. So this is the while loop, and this is how it can enter as a infinite loop. Okay, so there is it, and there is one more thing, do while loop. Okay, so what is a do while loop? It is different than this while loop in a way. So let us do that do while loop. Okay, and first let me copy this thing, because it is quite similar but different in a way. Okay, so I will have this do while. What happens, this will I will cut from here, and there will be a do here, do, and there will be a while here. Okay, there will be a while here. Okay, do and while here, and now this it is written as console.log and all those things. If I run this thing, okay, you'll see, okay, it's like same as do while or for loop. So what is the difference? But there is a difference here. Okay, see, I'm not checking this condition ahead, I'm not checking this condition ahead. So what is the difference to do while loop? It will run at least one, even if a condition is false, even if a condition is false. Let us make the condition equal to false. So I, instead of I plus plus, I will make I plus equal to maybe 11 I'll do. So what is this I plus equal to 11? I plus equal to 11 means I equal to I plus 11. So I equal to I plus 11 I've done. And now what it will do is, first time it will go inside, print the 0, and then I will become 11. I equal to I plus 11. 0 plus 11 is 11. Is 11 less than equal to 10? No, it is not. And it will print this. So if I do this thing here, okay, then it will not print. It will not print. But here it will print. At least one time it is running. At least one time it is running. So that is what is about do while. Okay, so that is their do while. Now the next thing which we are going to learn is like one of the most common way to run is like okay, should I do it here? Okay, so one of the most common way data is represented in JavaScript is like an array of objects. So the most common way to represent the data, and we're going to look into an array of object, or how to loop through an array of objects. Okay, so array of object will do const lang equal to like this, and id is 1 comma name is maybe Pascal, and year is 1970. 2 3 4. Okay, 4 is okay. Okay, so id 2 c 1972, c plus plus, year is 1985, and our favorite JavaScript, and the year is 1995. As you all know, this is the year this great language was invented, with the invention of internet. For let I equal to 0. Okay, so how we iterate through it. So this is very important to iterate through this, and the normal way. First we'll iterate through the normal way. So why this array of, I have told it many times, this array of object is very important, because all of the internet actually work like this. So Amazon also, you go to the home page, everything will come as an array of object, all the items, because this array means this array is very much loopable. First thing is that, and we are going to learn this more in for each also. Array is very much loopable, and in the object you can pass a lot of data. Suppose there are a lot of data of an item, like in Amazon home page, like there might be iPhone is there, and something is there, a lot of things are there. So you can easily pass the data in this. ID will be there, iPhone some ID will be there, name will be there, price will be there, description will be there. All of these things are generally passed in an object, but objects are not, you won't be able to loop object very well. So that's why an array is always passed, because if they are an item of an array, you can loop it like 0 1 2 3 like that. So that's why they're always passed like that. Okay, array of objects. So I equal to 0, I is less than lang dot length, and I plus plus. Okay, so this is one of the way, and I'll do a console dot log of. So what I'm doing, so lang dot length. So length property we have seen. So length will come 1 2 3 4. Length will come as 4, and then I'm doing I plus plus. Now I have to maybe I want to find the name of each of the languages. Okay, so if I do is this as lang I. Okay, let me show one thing. If I do it as lang I, then what will happen? So each of the object will be shown. Each of the object, ignore this object, it comes in this. So each of the object is shown. Each of the object is shown like this. Each of the object is shown like this. But now I want to get the name. So langi dot name. I'll do langi dot name. Clear it, run it. So I'll get the name. So this is how the traditional for loop is, right? For loop is there. So for this. But there is another thing known as a for of loop, but later on what we are going to do, we are going to learn something as a for each only, but that we are going to learn in ES6, not here. Okay, so ES6 maybe what, fourth and fifth day might be ES6. So now after this DOM is remaining, and async JavaScript is also remaining. So we'll do after that. Okay, so now after this there is as I've told, there is a for of loop. Let me reduce it a bit, maybe for of loop is there. For let L of lang, let L of lang is there, then console dot log L dot year. So what is this? Means internally it works like this only. Internally something is like this only, but as most of the people find this loop is very complicated, very lengthy. So that's why there are a lot of changes have been done in all the languages. Like here, let L. So L is what? L is an item. So I will do L as item. What is soft copy means? So I don't understand what the soft copy means. If you want this JS bin, I will give this JS bin. Okay, So this is not some theory, means soft copy and all those things, not a college lecture. So this you are definitely going to get the JS bin. Okay, so if you want to go through it again and again, you learn it. Okay, so let L of lang is there. So what is this L? So what is this L? So L is like this object. Now the L is the object. Okay, L is the object like this, and this is the object. So L dot year name or anything I can do. Okay, so now if I do this, see this year is been printed like this. Okay, so that is there, and so this is done. Now we are going to go into the next thing, which is the JS bin JavaScript and console. And so we are going to look into conditional now. Okay, conditionals are what? Conditional are like if statements and all. So if statements, all those things are known as conditionals. But we are going to learn about one more thing here with the conditional. Okay, so learn about the conditionals. Conditional are not a loop. Loop runs a number of times. Conditional will only go inside if it is true or if it's false. Okay, so let me have something. So JavaScript has one more thing here which I want to tell first. Const x equal to 10 I have. Okay, so one thing to notice here is that I have not taken the x equal to normal 10. Normal 10 I have not taken. Okay, normal 10 I have not taken. This is a string 10. Okay, and attendance will be given at the end. If x double equal to 10, then console.log of x is 10. X is 10. I do. Okay, so what is this? So in most of the other programming languages, okay, this will not be true. Why? Because this, see, I'm checking a string 10, and this is a conditional operator which is there in any other programming language also. Conditional operator is there in any other programming language also. X is double equal to 10 is there. So this is not a conditional operator, and this is known as assignment operator. Someone was asking me some other day. This is assignment operator. This assigns this value to this. This is a conditional operator. This checks whether this value and this value are equal or not. So x equal to 10 I have done. So string 10 will be checked with number 10. Okay, string 10 will be checked with number 10. As I told, in most other programming language, it will not go inside it. And if statements are like this, if something is true, then only it goes inside it. But it is not the case with JavaScript. It is not the case here. Okay, where it is? Okay, it is not going. One sec. So axis 10 is running. Axis 10 is running. So it means it is going inside. So why it is going inside? If how can a string 10 be equal to number 10? Because in JavaScript, this is also a bug in JavaScript. As I've told earlier also yesterday, JavaScript was created in 3 days. So there are a lot of bugs here. So this is also one of the bug which was actually rectified pretty soon. So what a creator has created means creator has done like that. Whenever some string is been compared with a number, the compiler will try to change the string to a number. And if it is possible, suppose I do some ABC, so it is not possible. In ABC I'll do anyways, it will not run. Okay, but suppose I give is in this case the number is there, so the compiler will try to convert this number in string into a number, and when it will try to do, it will be converted into 10 because 10 is there. Okay, and then if it is converted into 10, then 10 is equal to 10 is true, then it will go inside. So this is how it is done. So there is no strict comparison. This is not a strict comparison. Okay, so what fixed JavaScript did, like there is something known as like a triple equal to, and that is JavaScript exclusive. So that is not there in any other programming language. Okay, so let us see some other example with that. So const y equal to 20 I'll have, and then if y triple equal to, see triple equal to is there, triple equal to is there. Okay, triple equal to is there 20, console.log y is 20, and then else console.log y is string 20, y is string 20. Okay, now you will see it will print y is string 20, because now what will happen, this 20 string will be checked with a number 20, and it is not true. Okay, it will not do that. It is not true here, but when you take a triple equal to, it doesn't does any comparison, or it doesn't does any changes. It is a strict comparison. It will not do any changes. The compiler will not touch it. It will not do any changes. So compiler will not touch it. So what will happen? String 20 is not equal to number 20. So the else part will there. Okay, one more thing. What is this else part? Whenever the if part is false, we can have an else part also. So here we didn't have an else part, but we can have an else part also. So it will run every time. It will literally run every time whenever the if is false. It will run every time. Okay, a lot of people are seeing. Please do like and subscribe. If you're seeing this, please do like and subscribe, so that it will help to reach more people, and more people can become a web app developer. Okay, so that is there, because next week is React week. Oh, this month is awesome month. Next week is React week. After that Redux, and after that React Native is there. Okay, so that is there, and everything is certification on this channel. Okay, so even I'm planning to do some projects also. There will also be certifications. Okay, so the next things which we are going to do is the if else if statement. So like this if else statement is there is something known as the if else if statement is also there. Okay, so let us understand that with an example again. So okay, so if it is known as if else if is there, and then const z equal to 19, and if z is greater than 100, then not 19, maybe 69. Okay, if z is greater than 100, if z is greater than 100, then I will print console.log z is greater than 100, and then we have something known as the else if. Else if, it is not else, it's else if. Okay, I can check a condition again here. So I was not checking any condition here. Here I can check the condition again. Okay, if z is greater than 80, z is greater than 80, then console.log z is greater than 80. Then we'll again have this else if. Greater than 60, then it is greater than 60, or else z is less than 60. And let me comment this out. And if I run, z is, why it is coming, okay, z is greater than 60. So what had just happened, so this 69 is there, so it came here, 69 is greater than 100, no it is not true. 69 is, then it came to the else part, 69 is greater than 80, no it is not true. 69 is greater than 60, yes it is true. It will print this console log, and it will then come out of this if else statement. See, the next else statement is not run. The moment it finds something, it will come out. Okay, so it is like this else if statement, very powerful thing. I used a lot in programming. Okay, so if I make it like means like 59, definitely it will tell the last one. Okay, z is less than thing. Okay, let me make it to 79. It is okay, 79, whatever. Okay, so now this is there. This is if else if statement. Okay, so okay, so now we will learn about one more thing, JS bin. Okay, so we'll now learn about or and operator, or an and operator we will learn. Okay, if else if depends, if else if or switch, both of them depends on the situation. Sometime in you should know switch also. You should know switch also, because switch is used in Redux. There you cannot use if else if. So there is a pattern there in Redux, and this time I'm going to teach Redux also. Okay, there is a Redux week also for React. React is never complete without Redux, because the thing is that whether you believe it or not, means without Redux you will not get a React job. So every company, every startup which you are going to apply, every internship you are going to apply, they will ask you Redux. So Redux, there is a pattern in reducer known as a reducer. Redux people see feels just a complicated. So there is a pattern in your Redux, and in that you need a switch. So but I feel if else is much more easier. I'm going to show switch also. Switch have things like that. There is a break statement which is required. Okay, So that might seem something like extra thing. Okay, so we are going to learn about or and operator. Okay, so first is const x equal to 20 is there, and const, you might be seeing one thing, I'm using const a lot nowadays. Programmer use const a lot because when you declare some variable, really you change that variable. 90% of the time you are going to go means your program, you're not going to change some variable, so you can go away with const. And const is, that's why most developers nowadays use const, not let also. Okay, so const x equal to 20 and y equal to 20. We are learning or and operator. So or operator means if any of these things, so it again mostly goes in the if statement. If x maybe triple equal to 20, and I'll do or and y is triple equal to 40, and then it is like a console or log any one of the statement are true. Any of the statement are true. Okay, this is like this. Okay, and then I'll have same thing here. So this is known as the or operator. Okay, and then I will have the and operator. And operator, both, and it means literally it means both of the statements are true. So here what happens in the and operator or operator, if both of the statements any of the statements are true, it will go inside. Any of the statements are true. Here if both of them needed to be true, then only it will go inside. So if I run it, then what is happening sometimes? Okay, so any one of the statement is true is running, not this. Both of the statements are true because here this one is true and this one is false. Same thing here, this one is true, this one is false. So that's how it's run, and an or operator. Okay, so that is there. Now we are going to learn about ternary operator. So what is this ternary operator? Ternary operator is a very important thing. Ternary operator is used a lot in React also. React loves to have single line statements. Single line statements are a top thing in React. Okay, so those are there. So let us learn about the ternary operator now. So ternary operator, ternary operator. So we see an example again. So this is not like some mandatory. The if else statement, mostly you should change the if else statement to a ternary. If z equal to like 10, and I have a let color is there, and if z is greater than 10, suppose I have this statement like z is greater than 10 and color is like equal to red. Okay, and else color is equal to blue. So in this case what will happen? So just a simple, let me comment this out. Just a simple z is there, z is equal to 10. 10 is not greater than 10, so color will be blue, will be there. And if I do a console.log of color, console.log of color, let it run, see, blue will be printed. So now what is there? I'm going to change this thing into a ternary operator, which will be a single line. See, there are multiple lines are here, so I will convert it into ternary. How to do that? So const color maybe 2 equal to z is, directly I'm doing z is greater than 10, then I will have this question mark, I'll have this question mark, and I'll have this red and or blue, red or blue, I will have like this, red or blue. Okay, and then console.log of color 2, I'll have console.log of color 2. So color 2, so what is happening right now? Z is greater than 10, it is checking. A question mark is there, z is greater than 10, and it will check like this. It is checking here, it will check here also. If it is true, then it will show this thing, or else this, whatever this colon is there, it will show after that. And this is used a lot in React, so this is very important to learn. And all of my JavaScript learning goes toward React only, because React is the main thing which will get you a job, not a JavaScript will get you a job. But JavaScript React is a JavaScript library. You have to know JavaScript, but you don't have to know deep JavaScript. You don't have to know the old JavaScript. There is something known as prototypes in JavaScript. There is something deep in this. Those things you don't have to learn that much. Although I have that on my channel also, prototype and all those things. Okay, so how are you doing? So how are you doing? Comment to all at one time. Comment to all at one time is okay. So that's a good question. So you select all of them and then you do a control and backslash. Okay, and if I do again, it will be comment out. If I do again, so it will like this, control and backslash. This is a shortcut in every programming language. Okay. So this is there, and so this color is there. So this is how ternary operator will work. So let me, okay, what is there? Okay, so let me comment this out and clear it, run it, and blue is coming. Okay, so this is how blue is coming. Okay, so this is how it will run. So this is how the ternary operator is there. And someone talked about the switch statement, and yeah, we are going to learn about the switch statement, of course, because it is like if else statement, but there is something maybe I will tell about that also. Yes, pen is there. Okay, so we are going to learn about switch statements. They're like if else if statement also. What is this if else if statement? This, they're like this only, if else if statement. We can do multiple thing because of that. Okay, so like this, const color equal to blue is there, then I have a color equal to blue, then I'll have a switch of color I will have, and then case of red I will have, and then console dot log of color is red. Okay, then break is there. Okay, so this break statement is here. Okay, so sometimes this break statement is something which is more than else in if else if what has happened is break statement happens automatically. Here it doesn't happen automatically. Okay, one sec. Okay, so case will be maybe blue and color is blue, case will be maybe purple and color is purple, and break, and there is a default statement also. Okay, so default is like else statement. Okay, default is like console dot log no color matched. Okay, so like this, and if I run it, so color is blue, so blue will be matched. Okay, so this is like this it works. So if I compare it with the if else statement, I don't have a break here, so here I have a break. After every statement I have to take a break. Okay, so what happens if I don't take the break? So suppose I've taken this as blue, so and I will remove this break. I'll remove this break. So now see what will happen. Color is blue and color is purple, both of them are been printed, because it will even the break is not there, so it will not break out of it, but it will go outside this, and the next one it will find out, it will print it out, and then it will do the break, because it is already be done. So if there are 100 statement and in 95 statement it is matching, but I forgot to give the break to go to the next one. So sometimes intentionally also we don't give this break, so we can take 3-4 things and do it together like this. So maybe I want to say this color is blue and purple, color is blue or purple. I want to say it like that. Okay, so color is blue will okay, and color is blue this time. If it is like this, generally we do it like this. Okay, so this is a bit complicated thing, but yeah, so we can do it like this also. Okay, so that is one of the way. Okay, so that is there. Now we are going to look into the last thing of a JavaScript. After that we'll move to DOM, JavaScript DOM. So that is a different programming language, means different type of programming language you'll find. So that is a practical part of it, because after means learning this theoretical part, we have to create a project out of it, and JavaScript DOM is the best way to do it. Means that is also known as vanilla JavaScript. Okay, vanilla JavaScript it is known as, because we are not using a library like React and all. and DOM programming also it is known as. So this now we are going to learn into a very important topic which is known as functions. Okay, so functions, what are functions? Functions are the building block of JavaScript, and there are actually 4 ways to declare a function. Let us learn in all the 4 ways. So I'll do the method. Number 1 is like function declaration I'll do, and then function is like add nums. So function in JavaScript have this function keyword. It is not like C++ or something else in which we have like integer or something. Okay, we have this function keyword is there, and then I will have the num1 comma num2 I will have. Okay, and then so these are known as parameters. Like this, any other programming language, the parameters are there, and then console.log of num1 plus num2 I'm doing. Okay, num1 plus num2 I'm doing, and then add nums is like 20 comma 30 is there, and then if I clear it and run it, so 50 will be printed. So this is how we pass parameters in a function. Say 20 30 and pass, so 20 30 will go here, and then it will do like this num1 plus num2. So this is a normal way, and this is known as function declaration way in JavaScript. Normal way I declare the function keyword. So in JavaScript, one more thing is that there is nothing like a return and all. So in other programming language, if you return something, and returning something is what? So let us do the return something, and we'll do the return something, learn that return something also, and other thing is also there. The next way we are going to learn, which is function expressions. First let me change this to maybe a multinums. Okay, and then here also I will change it to a multinums. I will change, but here I want to return it. I don't want to console log it here. I want to return it here, and return, and num1 plus num2. I want num1 plus num2. It is multinum, so I have to do a multiply is like this. Okay, num1 plus num2. But if I let me comment this out so that it doesn't run. If I run it, see, nothing will happen, because when you return something you have to catch it. You have to literally catch it. Okay, when you return, and the return thing is like the from any other programming language. But in any other programming language, when you return something in a function, we actually change the return type. Here there is something known as an integer and all those things like that in C++ and Java and all. But here it is nothing like that in JavaScript. Our function it is there. So, but one thing, okay, so I have to catch it. So there are 2 ways to catch it, either to put it in a variable, or for this simple case I will do a console log here. Okay, console.log I'll do like this. Console.log like this. Get it? Run it. So it will give me 600. It will give me 600. Okay, that is okay. But this is not a function expression example. What is a function expression? Function expression doesn't have this function keyword here. Functions are also known as first class citizens in JavaScript. You can do a lot of things with function. So what I can do actually, I will cut it here. Okay, and I will make a variable called const multinums equal to function like this. I'll do, and it is totally valid way in JavaScript. Okay, and it will give you 600. So a variable also assigned to a function. So this is something, the callback function and all those advanced features, those come because of this thing. Okay, multinums I can do like this. Okay, this is something which I can do here only in JavaScript. A variable I'm assigning to a function. This is also known as anonymous function. So variable I can assign to a function. It is totally true. This is a function expression, and these 2 things are from the start of the JavaScript: function declaration and function expression. But in 2015 in ES6, and which we are going to learn 4th and the 5th day, there is something else which also came in JavaScript. Okay, and that is known as arrow function. There is some issue with the this keyword in JavaScript. So the arrow function came, and that this keyword issue was solved. Okay, so we'll do the, okay, this is the method number 2, and we'll actually do this thing again. So it is like method number 3 is like arrow function. Madam, this is arrow function. So arrow function, first again, to do this arrow function, instead of multinum I'll do it modnum. Maybe modnum. If I do a modnum, then maybe 30 and 20 I'll pass, and this will be a modulus like this. This will be modulus like this, and let me comment this out. and if I run it, so 10 will be done, modulus of 10 will be done. But this is not again an arrow function. How to change it to arrow function? So arrow function doesn't have this function keyword. This function keyword I will remove, and then after this I will have a equal to and greater than, equal to and greater than, and it should not be like this. Okay, this is not an arrow function. This should be like this, equal to and greater than. This is like an arrow it is being shown, so that is known as arrow function. Now if I run it, so it will be give 10. So this is known as an arrow function. Okay, this is known as arrow function. Now with this arrow function we have something like a condensed arrow function only. So let us learn the condensed arrow function. So condensed arrow function as a method 4, method number 4 is condensed arrow function. Okay, condensed arrow function is there, and here what happened if we have okay, let me also change this again. So let me change it to div nums, and let me change this to div nums and method number 4, condensed arrow function. So what happens here, and this also true like this, when I have like this only one line, like one line is there, like return this thing, and this is very much popular in React world. Okay, again I will comment this out. React loves single line statement for a reason. We will see that later on. Okay, so okay, so 1.5 is coming. 1.5 is coming well. So when we have only a single statement, we can also omit this thing. Okay, this thing we can omit, and this thing is open. Exactly same like the return, and the brackets I have omitted. Returns in the bracket I have omitted. I will clear it and run it, and it will be 1.5. But that is one condensed arrow function. And even we can go even deep here. So what deep we can go? Suppose I don't have the second one. Okay, second one I don't have, and here I want to do it by maybe 5. Always at 5. So only one num will go. So maybe this like num1, and it will give me 6 anyway. Okay, so 30 divided by 5 it is given. So if this is the case, only one parameter we are passing, we can even omit this thing. If we are passing only one parameter, we omit this bracket also. This line is a complete function with a return thing, and this doesn't even seems like a function. But this kind of line is very popular in React. Okay, very popular in React. So with this, actually we have done with JavaScript, but JavaScript is this much only. Means after that, if you want to go, you have to go a bit deeper. So that is there. But now as a lot more things are remaining. Okay, so we are going to look into JavaScript DOM. Maybe we have some time remaining, and we got some technical issue also today again. So it's better we start with DOM, although I don't think we are going to do much. And I'm going to give all this JS beans like yesterday. I'm going to give. So this we have, and then I'm going to dir like DOM SICX DOM basics I'll do, and CD DOM basics I'll do, and I will open it with VS Code. So I have this DOM basics. I have okay here. One sec. Here we'll have a index.html. So now we are doing the practical thing. Okay, DOM thing. Vanilla JavaScript also it is known as, and it will have a style.css, and of course main.css. I will increase the font size. Actually main.not css, main.js. Okay, so like this I'll have increase the font size. Maybe I will have this a bit small, and this is DOM basics and link CSS. And as always, the JavaScript we always have the end. So JavaScript we always have the end for a reason, because JavaScript is actually a blocking thing if we have it like this. Okay, so what will happen if our website is not loaded? Then what's the use of JavaScript? Most of the time JavaScript is used for interactivity, or maybe some API call also is done. It is okay to do the API call also with JavaScript and all those things. But if our website is not loaded, and the JavaScript is a very big thing, so it will slow down our website initial load, so which is very bad. So JavaScript can be put in the head also, but nobody put it in head. Everybody put it just before the body is finished, just here the main.js we'll put. Okay, so now we will have something like let me put it quickly because we don't have much time. After this body, I will have this. So like this I'll have, and let me tell what is there. So this header is there, which just have DOM for beginners is there, and the section tag I have. In this side section tag I have this container, and inside that I have a form. Okay, in the add user is there, this class of message we are going to use later on, and a name and an email and a button is there. After that I have a UL with empty thing, and I have something which I have commented out. So this is like this, and now let me go live. Okay, so it will show like this, and since it's a JavaScript class, we are going to put some styles also. We are not going to learn about that. We are directly going to jump into the JavaScript part. Okay, so do the styles also and save it. So it will show like this nice thing it will show. So we are directly going to go into the main.js and learn about the DOM basic in JavaScript. Okay, DOM we are going to learn. Okay, one sec, and Google form. Okay, so let me give the form also. Attendance sheet, what is form? So I'm giving the attendance form. Thank you all for being here, and mark your attendance here. Mark your attendance here. Okay, please mark your attendance here. So now the first thing which you are going to do, see, JavaScript is all about means we need to grab the elements first, then we have to we will do anything in this. So grabbing the element, how to grab the elements, how to get the elements. So there are some multiple ways for that. Okay, so grab single element is like I have a const form equal to, there is certain inbuilt thing. So like document dot get element by id we have, and here I will have this id. So I have this id like known as my form. Okay, so if I do this thing, get element by id and my form, and I'll do this console dot log of form. I'll do this, save it, and I will inspect it, and I'll see the console, the whole of form is selected. So this is how we select elements in JavaScript, and today we are going to learn this only. Means this DOM we are going to complete it tomorrow. DOM is a bit big, so, and we are going to add functionality to this form also. So this is how we grab the single element, and there is another way to grab single element. This time I'm going to directly do the console log. So console dot log of, okay, document dot query selector, and I'll have dot container. So this is another way, get element by id. So I have to give id here. So it is telling get element by id, so I don't have to give the hash or something, but query selector is a generic thing. Okay, so what is happening, I have to give a dot container. Dot container means what? Dot container means this, it is a class of dot container. If I was choosing some id, I have to give a hash, and like console dot log and document dot query selector. I can do a h1 also, like this h1 I'm choosing this h1. So it is been h1 is chosen. It will always be the first one if I don't specify. So DOM for beginners, it has been chosen, and this all this are chosen like this. Okay, so this is how we grab a single element. But if you want to grab a multiple element, how to do that? So this is the thing, last thing which you're going to learn today, and then DOM programming we are going to do tomorrow. And tomorrow async JavaScript is also there, which we need to do. Synchronous JavaScript, like this promises and all those things which are very important to do. Okay, so that is something which we are going to do tomorrow. Okay, so now what I did, I just have this thing. So we are going to we are going to learn how to select the multiple elements. Okay, so we have done this. So selecting multiple elements, now this is grab a single elements, and now we are going to learn grab multiple elements multiple elements, and again the console dot log of document dot query selector all and dot item is there, query selector all and dot item is there. So what is this dot item? So this dot item I'm selecting this all those dot item, okay, query selector all. So this is not query selector, this is query selector all. If I do this, see something known as a node list is been selected. Okay, something known as a node list is selected. This you might seem like an array, but it is not an array. It is known as a node list. It has got some properties of an array. Okay, and if you want to see the properties, you can come here and you can see all the properties will be shown. And one more property is that the for each and all these things are there. Okay, so this for each and all these things are here. Okay, in a node list. It is not an array, but I'm telling. And one more thing I want to tell, if I'm telling this like this node list, you can see all the properties of an array. If you want to see the properties of an array, so I'm just going off topic a bit. So console.log, I will just give an empty array. Okay, I want to see the properties actually of this array. Okay, so I will give this and clear it, and I will save it. I want to okay, console.log. Okay, it's .log, not like this. I will save it. See node list, I want to show something. So node list, anything in JavaScript, you can see the properties like this. It has got all these functions, entries for each item and all those things. So if I come here and if I go to this prototype, see array have a lot of function. I told the array is the most important data type in JavaScript. So array have a lot more function. Okay, splice and all those things are there. But here it is not there this much. But then also it has got something very important, for each. For each is a very important thing which we are going to learn in ES6. For each is very powerful stuff. Okay, and that is this. So document.query selector, if I do, it will come like this. So there is something else also which is like this get elements. Okay, so anyways we're not going to learn array now. So documents dot get items by class name, it will be item, and like console.log and document dot get elements by tag name also I can do. So get elements by class name item, so class name is the item, and by tag name I can do the li. Okay, so if I do it, I save it. So see, something known as HTML collection is coming. It is not a node list, it is not a node list. Okay, it is not a node list, it is the HTML collection, and it is actually even worse than node list. Why? It doesn't have anything. It doesn't have anything. Means it is also like an array. You might think, okay, it is like an array, and it behaves in a lot of way like an array, but it has got even less thing. It doesn't have the for each. For each is actually a very important thing. Okay, we're going to learn why for each is the important. It is a very easy way to use the for loop. Main thing is that it's a very easy way to use the for loop. Okay, so now we are going to see how to use this thing. Okay, so for this, what I'm going to have, I'm going to maybe I'm going to comment this out, and we are going to loop through it. I'm going to show how it is better. So const node items equal to document.query selector like this, and const call items equal to like this, and item I'll save it, and I want to loop through it. So main thing is that I'm saving it in array, then I want to loop through it. So this node items dot for each is like item. So this is something which I'm going to tell later on also. We can use a for each here. For each is very powerful because we use this dot for each I'll do, and I can use the arrow function here, and then console dot log of item I'm going to do, and it is like this. Okay, I will do this thing. Okay, so save it, and see I'm going to loop like this. But the same thing I'm going to do in a call items. I'll try to do, not do it, I'll try to do. Maybe I'll comment this out, save it, and see it is doing call dot items. For each is not there, which we have seen that HTML collection of for each was not there. So what to do now? So we can use a traditional for loop now. Okay, so like this for, okay, for, okay, like this I can do, not this. So this traditional for loop. Okay, so I have written a traditional for loop, it will work, but the problem is that traditional for loop is such a big thing you have to do instead of this for each. So this is there, and this is how it will work. Means, so you should try to do this query selector all, so that you can have access to for each and all those things. Okay, so with this means we have done a lot in Domus. Hope you all have filled the attendance form, so which I have given. So fill it, because this is a day 2, and as you all know, you have to fill all for all 5 days. And I will end it here.